sports? Like, why is this existing only in the sports landscape? I don't know if Jerrell or Zoe, either of you have an answer that comes right to the top of your mind, but like, I think it's very interesting. And I think it's very important that you guys have chosen to use sport as that catalyst for all of this education and all of this programming. And specifically, you guys are working with sports leagues and sports teams and even like college sports teams, right? Athletes, like young people that play sports, the fans. So like, why is sports this kind of industry or like unifying tie that you guys really want to focus on as an organization?
Yeah, I would say to answer that question, really, we've seen throughout history that sports has always been a convener, no matter what the topic is or what the issue at hand is about or the conversations that need to be had. We're able to use sport as a way to bring folks together and have it. And I remember being a kid and just going out there playing sports. It didn't matter what someone looked like or who they were or whatnot. I'm like, oh, the goal is to win, right? And how do you piece that goal to win? You come together, and I think that's how we at Rise are so successful, is that we use sport as a way to bring folks together and allow them to have that conversation in a way they probably would not have had the conversation.
Yeah, and I think, that is the reason we work through sports. That's pulling everyone together, as Jerrell said. I think, and where that extends into the communities where we've seen a lot of support there is you look at athletes and they're oftentimes leaders in their own community. You look at, Colin Kaepernick, you look at, Roberto Clemente, Simone Biles, all of them have had a place where they've been able to be leaders, not just in their sport, but in the wider community in general. And so if we can change the behaviors and the perceptions and change the attitudes of the athletes in the room, they can then bring that wider. I think we have a great example, but I'm not going to go into very large detail here, but we have a relationship with the Denver Broncos and the Boys and Girls Club in Denver, Colorado. And you really see some of their athletes going into the club, working with the youth, and it's expanded even outside of what we do at Rise. We went through the programming with them, but now we've really seen them able to take off, and they're doing community-wide projects together in this space, but starting with that athletic community to begin with.